No matter where you go in the world, every country has its take on comfort food. And today we're bringing you a Japanese take on a warming bowl of chicken and rice. It's called Oyakadon, and we're serving it up with some quick pickled cucumbers, and it's all made with simple pantry ingredients, a little bit of technique, and a whole lot of love. To Dinner DeeAs. I'm Angie Corley. Now listen, this dish is also a taste of Japan, and it's a traditional comfort food there, so it's also in regular rotation with my guest here, Chef Kyle Casiano from Tampa's Ichi Koroshi Ramen. That's a good mouthful.
Oh yeah.
How you doing? This I hear this is a good mouthful too.
Oh yeah, no, super subtle, super simple, super lovely.
Oh, see, he's bringing it all. Oh, this is great. Now, it's something that you said that might be a little interesting. Your wife and you make this, right?
Yeah, so this is a staple at our home. You know, it used to be once a week. It's getting a little bit closer to once a month. You can only have it so many times, you know?
Oh, well, I know it's really delicious. This is going to be really good. I know a whole lot of folks that are watching might think Japanese cooking means expensive. It means exotic ingredients or maybe just kind of fancy skills, but not today.
No. Simple, easy. We can find everything at the grocery store.
I love that. Well, let's get into it. All right, where do you start? You're doing a little simmer here on some broth, but I see a rice cooker. This seems to be a staple when it comes to great bowls. What is with the rice cooker?
So it just makes the perfect rice. You can't mess it up. You put it in, you turn it on, it goes.
Let me see what you're talking about.
For sure.
Okay.
So easy, boom. We got our pre-rinsed rice. Now I do rinse the rice. I know that's a little different. Let me get that. Just get all that in there.
Get the goodness. We don't want to leave anything in there.
Oh yeah.
And this really makes it foolproof. So Kyle, let me just ask you, Chef.
Yes.
What kind of rice is this?
Now this is cow roast rice. It is a short grain.
Short grain.
You can find it in medium grain as well. Both work perfectly.
Perfect. So we've got a few stations set up. So next, I think we're going to go to the chicken, right?
Let me
we'll switch a room here.
So we got our chicken. It is going to be boneless, skinless thigh. So to make it easy, we'll just go ahead and cut this guy in half. Make sure we get a full cut.
Okay.
And then I like to do a bias cut. So be careful. Don't cut yourself. I almost just did. But once you get there, see we're getting about
just
one
on a
by
little
one.
angle.
Yeah, on a little angle. It's going to keep it nice and thinner so it cooks a little bit more even in the stock.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right. You've got it all cut up and chopped.
So this is a marinade and also is going to add flavor to the stock. Now the stock is a chicken stock. Normally for this dish you'd use a dashi.
And
dashi is a fish and seaweed broth. Those ingredients you can find at an Asian market.
Okay.
Yeah, but because we're trying to keep it a little lighter.
Pantry friendly, we'll get that chicken stock. Okay.
For sure. So I always recommend better than bouillon. It's a good one.
Oh.
Or just stock in a box.
Stock in a box. That's always good. I love that.
Yeah.
And what are you putting in the chicken?
So in the chicken, we've added some sugar, mirin, which is a Japanese sweetened cooking wine, and soy sauce.
Love that. Okay. That's easy. How long do we want to let that marinate for?
I would say probably about 15 minutes at most.
That's really good. Can we do this overnight? Like, all right, getting ready for the next day?
I don't think you'd want to, though.
Okay, let's just try.
You might get a little too far in there, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
sure.
Well, it smells great already.
All right.
All right, and now I see a beautiful onion.
Yep, we got a beautiful onion with us. Now, this is my home knife.
Okay, that is a homey, wow, OMG knife. Definitely not for beginners here.
I learned, first restaurant job was a popular Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
So I had to learn with a Chinese cleaver.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of our little butt.
Yes.
And
no butts allowed in here, Chef Kyle.
No. And then what we're gonna do specifically for this, because we are simmering it, we're gonna do it on the grain.
Okay.
So instead of chopping it like this, where we go against the grain, we're gonna go on it. That way it stays together.
Oh, and we get these little flat.
Yes.
Flatter looking, not rings, but.
Not rings, no. It's gonna be like petals.
Petals. There we go.
Yeah. And then once we have that done, we'll just throw it straight into the stock and we'll have some fun with it.
And if we don't have a cleaver that you probably got from chef school, we can use a regular knife, but still cut it on that direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just do this other half real quick with you.
Wow.
So you can see what you're gonna do. You're gonna have the lines.
Okay, trim the ends and just cut along the lines of the onion. white onion, Spanish onion, red onion, does it really matter? How does that change the taste?
So I would avoid red onion with this dish. I think
Okay.
it's gonna bleach a little too much in there. But yellow or white, I prefer yellow. White is all I could find at Publix today.
Oh, go ahead. Listen, keep it very real, Chef Kyle. Like,
Yeah.
these are things when you're going to that bottom drawer, you got to go for.
sure.
Okay, what's our next step? We've got our onions prepped, our chicken marinating, rice is cooking.
So we're gonna do something super easy.
Okay.
We're just gonna go ahead and dump these right into the stock.
Okay.
And we're just gonna let it go for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
You don't want any color added. Just get them nice, getting soft before we add our chicken.
I love that. Well, we're going to let that do its thing, let it sweat down. How about we take a quick little break? We'll do that. When we come back, if you thought pickling meant sterilizing jars and putting it in and waiting and all that, think again. We'll show you a quick way to do it. It's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. All bowls all week on Dinner DeeAs, and today is brought to us by Chef Kyle Casiano. He's from Ichi Koroshi Ramen. It's in Tampa, and he's sharing a recipe for a Japanese bowl of rice, chicken, and egg, also known as
Oyakadon.
I love when he says it. Oyakadon, or parent and child bowl. Well, get it? The chicken, you get it. But if you're just joining us, here's what we did before the break. Chef Kyle also brought a rice cooker today while we diced up the chicken thighs, cutting them at an angle to keep them nice and thin. Added a little bit of that soy sauce, ginger, simmering, which is a Japanese sweet rice wine, a little bit of sugar, then sliced up an onion against the grain and then add it to the chicken stuff.
Oh, with the grain.
Oh, sorry.
With the grain.
Thank you for the correction. Sorry. With the grain, and then added the chicken stock that we had heating up, so everything's on the move. So now, Chef Kyle, does it look good? Is sweated down a little bit?
Yes, we are sweated down beautifully. Now we can go ahead and add our chicken mixture right here. You want to get everything into that pan.
All the sauce.
All the sauces and everything. It's going to make everything taste really nice and good. And then we'll go ahead and level it out a bit.
Now, are we trying to steam it? Are we frying it?
We are not frying it. We're kind of simmering it.
Simmer.
So we can go ahead and put that lid back on.
You knew where I was going with it.
Helps cook everything evenly. I'll probably come back around and turn it in a few minutes or so.
Okay.
So while this is going, let's go ahead and start with the pickles.
Oh, please, I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
We were just talking, I love a good cucumber. Now, I'm a
for
New
sure.
Yorker originally, so when it comes to cucumbers and pickles, like, you know, we're very specific. So I'm excited to learn how to pickle a cucumber.
Okay, perfect. So then what you can do for me
Okay.
is if you want to grab that rice wine vinegar,
Love that.
go ahead and put it in this smaller bowl, because we're going to go ahead and mix that. We're just going to need that big one for mixing, all right?
Oh, okay.
Let me actually get this done.
Perfect.
I went the wrong way.
And do I put the sugar in with the vinegar?
Yeah, go ahead and put it. So it's sugar and salt. It's going to be more sugar than salt.
Okay.
The
The whole thing?
whole thing.
Okay.
Whole thing, and you're going to give it a mix, right?
Alrighty. Now, there was sugar with the salt.
Yes,
Are
sugar
these
and
gonna
salt.
be sweet?
So you're going to be on the sweeter side. So it's going to be much more sugar than salt, almost like quadruple.
This is really simple.
Yeah.
Now, after we pickle, will they hold for a while?
So what we're going to do is we're going to take
There
the
it is.
pickling
Hold
liquid.
dissolved. Look at that.
Perfect. We'll take the pickling liquid. We'll mix it in with our cucumbers.
Okay.
And then this is a quick pickle. It is a cold pickle as well. So you don't really want to have any of that liquid heated up.
Good
and it's
point.
only going to take about 15 minutes to get the amount of flavor we need from that into the cucumbers.
That's fast. Now, is this the Scooby snacks?
Those are the Scooby snacks. I made a little
by the way,
mistake.
if you don't know what Scooby snacks are, explain to everyone what Scooby snacks are.
From Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo, who are you? These are kind of the leftovers, or that goes in the kitchen, or we cut it wrong, so I get to try this.
Oh, yeah.
English cucumber, by the way?
English cucumber, definitely.
What's the difference and why this?
Seedless. So English cucumbers are seedless. They don't let off as much liquid.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna just mix it all together now.
This cucumber is wonderful.
That's a fresh one.
That is really tasty. Okay, now I noticed some sesame oil here,
Yeah.
which is actually one of my favorites. I love the smell of the sesame, that nutty smell. Easy to find, by the way. You can find this right in Publix or any supermarket. Super easy.
Yeah,
I actually have one in my kitchen cabinet.
I think everyone should.
Oh, I agree.
Anytime you're making like any sort of Asian food,
Yes.
a little bit of sesame oil goes a long way.
Yes, the smell of that. Love
And
it.
I'm only gonna put a touch. Now that's the thing. Little goes a
Little-
long way.
Agreed.
Little goes a
Yes,
very
I have
long way
learned
with
that
it.
the hard way.
I've had too many times where it was just way too much,
Yeah, you're
and
like,
you can't even do anything about it. All right, so we're gonna take these guys and we're just gonna pop them into the fridge.
Okay.
You can cover it if you like to, but I just
Okay.
do it uncovered.
Okay.
Don't bother me.
He's gonna do that. All right, while you do that, you know we're gonna do a little breaky here. Why not? We have the parent cooking with the chicken here. After the break, we're gonna cook up the child, as we call it, an egg. The name is starting to be more sinister and cute. It's all good, but that's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Dinner DeeAs, here to bowl us over with an idea for dinner all the way from Japan is Chef Kyle Casiano. He's with Ichi Koroshi. Did I say that right? Ichi?
Ichi Koroshi.
Oh my gosh. I'm itching in Koroshi. No, I'm kidding. Ramen in Tampa. Ichi Koroshi Ramen in Tampa, and it's sharing all the delicious dishes. I love that. This dish is Oyakadon, or parent and child rice bowl, which is very interesting as it's known, but it's also a kind of Japanese take on a chicken noodle soup with an egg and rice instead of noodles. That's a whole lot. So let me catch you up. We took a little break, but before that, we added chicken that we had marinated to our stock and onions, let that cook, and then made a pickle in minutes by slicing English cucumbers because, listen, there's no seeds in English cucumbers. We covered it up, did a mixture, let it dissolve of the salt and the rice, little rice wine vinegar. Oh, a dash of that sesame oil, yum, let that pickle away. But we've been talking about this parent and child dish, Oyakadon, which literally is the chicken and then the egg.
So we're going to first, I like to break the yolk specifically, right? Stab them, get them ready. And then you're just gonna go nice and easy.
And tell me why you're using a chopstick.
So it's creating more points of contact, and it's giving it, like, you get more surface area, I guess you could say, of both the chopsticks at the same time. You're getting more airflow into there, which is what makes our eggs nice and fluffy.
Fluffy, okay.
Yeah, and also you can see I did not completely over whip them. There's still like active pieces of white.
Yes.
That's gonna be important for when we pour it on in.
Oh, what a good point. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Of course. So, come on back over to our chicken.
Okay.
So you can see we have it at a nice simmer. Chicken's done. Now, I know when chicken is done by looking at it. Do you know when chicken is done by looking at it?
I do not. Help me out.
Okay. So the best thing to do then is grab a thermometer.
Thermometer.
Don't even guess.
That's right. About 165 degrees at least.
Yes. Yeah. 165 is going to be cooked.
Not worth it. Let's just test it. But I'm glad you know.
Yes.
Okay.
So then we're going to pour it on over.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to have it like kind of sheets.
Wow. It's almost like you're layering it.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
And we caught our egg.
Great. I love that. Do we let it sit?
So we're gonna let it simmer for a bit. I'll point out when it's time to mix.
This is interesting. Okay, while we let that go for just a few minutes, we got a second?
Yeah.
Because I want to say hello to some people. Don't forget, if you have a recipe request or any question about anything you see on the show, why don't you email us at dinnerdeeas@fox.com. Chef Kyle is watching that.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to watch that because we've got some folks who sent in some photos. And listen, if you make anything you've done on the show, just like my friend Chris did watching in Brandon, made the blueberry cobbler from Chef Gaston that did this on the grill, Chef Kyle.
That
now,
looks
Chris
fantastic.
said, doesn't it? Chris said that they were so inspired. This beautiful blueberry cobbler recreated in a Kamado Joe. Is that how you say it? Kamado Joe. That's it. See, I don't use a smoker. Can you tell? But said it was absolutely delicious. That looks great, Chris. Wish I had a scoop of that too. Also, you can DM us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/dinnerdeeas. Just like our friend Melinda, who lives in Land O'Lakes, made the Greek lemon roasted chicken recipe shared by Chef Ahmad Al-Araj from the Shawarma King food truck. She told us, I ended up making this last night and it was fantastic. A very easy way to cook chicken, potatoes, and veggies. That looks amazing. Those pans, the veggies. Great job. Set another hit at the dinner table. Well, I love that. Is it time to mix?
We are not quite there yet.
Okay.
So, as you can see, all the white is cooked through.
Yeah.
We're getting edges there, right? Everything is starting to come together. Once we're at that point, we're gonna give it a nice mix, kind of get everything back together and everything's together.
Oyakadon on the way. Okay.
So kind of like scrambled eggs, it connects to the
Yeah.
chicken, you get the onions all in there, you get that broth, which is gonna be super tasty, gets absorbed into the rice.
Oh,
yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
I've never had Oyakadon, so I am really excited to try this. We're in the home stretch. We are.
yeah.
We're right there. I can see it. All right, when we come back, we're gonna take one more quick little break, and then the best part of plating, or rather, bowling up this. And yes, we can see how quick the pickles have come out.
yeah.
We'll grab that. It's all ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Stirring it up here at Dinner DeeAs, and all this week, dinner being served in a bowl, from steak to tuna to chicken. And today we have a taste of Japan as we make chicken, rice, and egg all together in a dish called Oyakadon, which I love, or parent and child rice.
Correct.
Interesting. All thanks to Chef Casiano from Ichi Koroshi Ramen, which is in Seminole Heights in Tampa. Now, by the way, if you missed anything that we've done so far in this segment, we figured out which came first. It was the chicken, because the egg went in last. We broke up the yolk with chopsticks, beating them so there's still little bits of the white kind of visible, and you said adds a little bit more of that air, if you will.
Yeah, get some structure to it, you know?
Some structure. He's being technical. I love that. So then we added it to the chicken, cooking it until the edges were set and giving them a little gentle scramble, if we will.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's time, I think, to put it all together and then taste. Right, Chef Kyle?
Yeah, we're gonna plate it up.
Okay.
Awesome, I'm gonna grab that bowl from here in front of
Alrighty.
you. So first we're gonna start with our rice. Now, I love making sure that the rice is nice and fluffed when you're in that rice cooker. You don't wanna press down, you wanna make nice, just swipes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it also helps if you have the proper rice paddle. I don't today. My fault. So, and we're gonna take it and we'll make it.
And it's supposed to be a
nice-
little sticky, kind of like sushi
Yes,
rice,
of
if
course.
you will.
That actually happens from the rinsing, believe it or not, because you're taking more starch off of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we got a nice round or mound of rice,
Love that.
and you can tell it's good cooked rice because you can see individual kernels.
That makes sense. Okay, love that.
Oh yeah.
Now the Oyakadon.
Start with some chicken right on top. Get you some egg on there too.
Love that. You know, I
get some
thought
onions.
it was going to be more soup-like, but it's not. I love it. It truly is chicken and egg on top of the rice. Oh,
Yeah, it's more of a
that juice.
sauce. Like you end up, a lot of the egg absorbs a lot of the liquid, and that's why you get those nice tender pieces like that.
Love that.
Right, then we'll come on down over here.
Okay.
And so I have some seasonings.
Okay.
These are optional toppings.
On top of the bowl.
On top of the bowl, so we got some scallion, nice and thin cut. We got fried garlic that we actually made at the restaurant.
Fried garlic.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had that on its own. Okay. All right. We'll come back to that.
This is furikake. This one specifically is the shiso furikake.
Furikake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm confused on that. What is that? Can I just
Yeah, go ahead and take a
do
taste.
a little taste? Is it seasoning?
So in Japan, furikake is going to be a rice seasoning. It's made to go on top of any portion of rice.
A little salty.
Yeah.
Some interesting flavors.
Oh yeah. So that one with the
Wow,
shiso.
that's really good. Shiso. Okay. Kind of seaweed-ish.
Well,
if you
no,
will.
it's like another thing from shiso would be perilla. They're a type of like a mint style leaf.
Oh, wow.
where-
But not mint tasting. I
No,
don't
no,
taste
you
any
get
mint,
more
but
sesame out of it. You should get a bit more sesame
That's
out
good.
of it.
Is this easy to find?
So that one's going to be an Asian market.
Okay, Asian market.
They
Okay.
do have all the different types there when you go, though. There are so many different
Furikake.
types. Oh, yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Now,
Little
this guy
chili
right
oil curd.
here is going to be chili crisp that we actually made in the restaurant, made our own house chili oil. And then
okay.
that sediment in the bottom is going to be the ingredients that we use to make the oil into a chili oil. So it's
wow,
a
that looks
great
great.
topping for rice dishes.
I love it. And I see the ever popular sesame
Oh, yeah,
seeds.
of course.
That's good. Okay.
right.
Now it's time for the pickled cucumber.
For sure. So pickled cucumbers, you said you love them?
I do.
Perfect. So we'll put a little bit
Love
in
it. And they still have their texture to them.
Yes, they should be pretty close, if not exactly the same as a fresh raw cucumber. But then you're going to be seasoned really nicely.
And if you leave them in too long and they're too soggy, that means you should have taken them out a little sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All
And then
right.
Let's go ahead and season those up a little bit.
Oh, fancy. Okay. Is it time? The
It's
moment we've been
time.
waiting for?
But let me do something first. Let's go ahead and put some toppings on here because I want you to try the way I like it.
All right.
So we're gonna do some scallion.
And your wife kind of inspired this dish, right, Chef Kyle?
Well, yeah,
Or is
she
it-
found the dish.
She found it.
She found it. She made it for me. Back up when we lived in North Carolina. We moved up there together from Clearwater, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Okay, now tell me who makes it best. I won't tell her.
Oh, she does.
Smart man.
I know what to say when to
Smart
say
man.
it.
Oh, that chili crisp smells amazing.
All right, and there we go. Now we're ready to take a bite.
Okay. All right. Chopstick time. By the way, any tips for the chopsticks?
Chopsticks, I like to just hold it.
The finger?
Yeah, it's like you make almost like an A with your middle finger, index finger, and thumb.
All right, let's see if we can get
More
it
strip
all
of
in the rice
chicken.
together. Okay, here we go. Mmm. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
So it's tender, sweet. I love it. Sweet and salty.
And a little, That is really nice. That chicken is cooked perfectly. I love that, the fluffiness of the rice. The egg, that's awesome. I won't crisscross it, but I need to get in this up. I wore green just for these cucumbers today. Oh, wow. That sesame oil in there. And you can hear the crunch of that quick pickling. Very easy to do. That is all bright and yummy. I want the whole crew to taste this, and I want you to taste it too. Thanks, Chef Kyle.
Of course.
Mom always says I'm eating on TV. It's all right. Chef Kyle Casiano. Find this recipe for our parent and child rice bowl or Oyakadon. And those pickled cucumbers, oh yeah, please. DinnerDeeAs.com. And as always, we have a link to the restaurant, Ichi Koroshi Ramen, where you can have them cook for you.
Oh yeah, please come in.
They love to do it. They're actually inside the Jug and Bottle, which is right in Seminole Heights. I'm Angie Coley with a mouthful. Thank you so much for watching, for joining us. Next time for more ideas for dinner, as we call them, Dinner DeeAs. Cheers one more time.
Oh, thanks,
and
guys.
you get to cooking. Yum, this is amazing.